hello, anyone that can hear me, and I don't know if you can, and I know you can't because it's a live stream, but I am also recording the live stream itself, and I'm going to upload it somewhere, where maybe YouTube, I'm not entirely sure, nor do I even know the quality that's being recorded at. I don't know if it's even capturing the microphone, maybe it's not. This is heavily experimental. Okay, recap, but first I'll drink my milk. The recap is, yesterday, I started a new series on my TikTok, which I'm going to open now and hope the volume doesn't blare. Okay, no, it was open on Discord. Where I scribble thing. It's literally just a scribble on a piece of paper. I'm going to show you an example in a second. And then I use my high IQ to visualize the image. Oh no, the AC cut off. That was my only background noise. I can fix that actually. And then I changed about being able to fix that. And then I see what I can see in the picture, if in the lines that I make, if you know what I mean. Okay, sweet. I'm not sure if I don't think you guys can hear that, but I have some lo-fi on the background. So for example, yesterday, and I can actually show this in real time, was a snail guy who I need to click and press period on. And I think he turned out pretty okay, if I have to say so myself. I don't know. I never know when to be proud and not proud of things, and God forbid anyone tells me. But yeah, here he is in all of his glory. I tried a new thing. Typically the 3D renders are kind of bland. I wanted to try and do Play-Doh with this to make it look like, maybe not Play-Doh, but definitely like a clay. Which that's typically it's like just a default render slash maybe on the cartoonier side, like with the recent what was the cocksucker's name, Bluey model that I did. I don't play the game. I don't even you know the story if you know the story. He had a cartoon outline. He was definitely more cartoony, or it's just a default rendered. This here is like, I'm trying my hardest to make it look like clay. Same with everything. This whole island scene that I created, I'm trying my best to make it look like clay. And apparently the way you do that is just to do a bunch of fancy stuff with a fingerprint texture. So that's why if you look, this is all has the texture of a fingerprint. My setup is very interesting, by the way. To get Blender into like what's the aspect ratio for phones? What is it, like 9:6 or something for phones? To try and get Blender to look like this, yeah, that was fun. But yeah, here's the snail guy. That was yesterday. Today, I've already done the scribble, and I'm going to show it now on screen. I lied. Hang on. Yeah, no, I didn't. You. Yes, you. Boom. All right, so I'm not the best artist in the world, I'm going to admit, but you can see here, and ignore the stuff on top. I'm using the same notebook as when I used to like build bikes for Walmart. All right, on the left is the scribble, and on the right is the figure that I saw within the scribble with my mystic mind, and then that right figure is what I'm going to be trying to 3D model today. And then when I do, I'm going to add him to... Oh, no, I blocked my thing. I'm going to be... This cannot be here. Go there. I'm going to be adding him to this island, and I'm going to just keep on doing that, and I'm going to try to like add a story into it and kind of progress it. So for example, last TikTok that I did, it was just the snail in the middle. Well, now he has a little garden. He has his flowers. He's a little garden snail now. So the same thing's going to happen with this one, which I'm going to try my damnedest to figure this out. Basically meaning I don't know okay, there we go. That's another thing I'm scared of with doing this on a live stream. Oh, what's happened? Encourage, don't yell at me. Now I can make it look all ugly. Actually, I don't need to do that. I can do this at least. Really, I could probably leave rendered on too, but for aesthetic purposes. This is the mask off. All right, how do I even want to do this? I gotta like have the reference on screen. I guess I don't. Actually, I do. I'm stupid. I have the paper of it. Okay, let's do. How do I want to do this? Can I? This is annoying me. Shift A, add a cube. damn it, I did that wrong. Snap cursor to world origin, Shift A, add a cube, and then just Control Z that up to like right about there, and then snap, and then snap the cursor to selected, and then hide the cube itself, just so I can have a cursor that's not at the world origin, but slightly above it. You guys want to hear my music? There's no reason you can't. I realize it might be more entertaining. I have some lo-fi on in the background. I just got to make sure that it's not louder than I am. And I'm not audio testing any of this, so I am like fully reliant on the viewer to tell me if my audio is scuffed or not. I pray that it's not, but again, I suppose I could have done a test audio to see. This is going to be very difficult for me. But alright, let's do it. After I do this. Okay, Shift A, add a mesh, single vertice, add a single vertice, and this is also going to be a great insight for you guys too. If you don't know how I do this, add a skin modifier, add a subdivide surface modifier, increase it to 2, and then this gives me this, a little ball, to which now I can do all the things in the world too. Which, how the hell do I even start? If the image, it's so okay, but we can do it. Luckily it is a pretty rounded figure, so let's do, yeah, E to extrude, and this is how I make my figures. Though it is also kind of rounded, and this is where I think it's gonna hurt me. Is like it's so rounded, but like if I try to go like this, it makes this really sharp angle. And I also gotta turn on, oops. Where is it? This guy. Yeah, there we go. Now I can see through it. And I don't know if there is a good way to get around that roundness problem other than just to do like a lot of extruding like that. But then I also want these points. I want it to be damn near. Am I allowed to swear on TikTok? I'm gonna figure it out. I want it to be like right on top of each other almost, because this is kind of just a nose really. So if anything, I want this to be bigger as it comes up, and then this can Control A, shrink down. And I think it could also maybe, yeah, maybe come this way more to round it out more. And this could just keep on going until it, give me another crease there, and then a hunch here. Can I then also, yeah, move that right on that. Okay, and then I want this to go like straight the hell down, because I want it to like imply that he's kind of like hiding his face. I think this all needs to rotate, but at this point that'd be easier to do in object mode than this. Yeah, I want to rotate this. I think I just came at it at a bad angle. So kind of like that. Boom. Back into edit mode. Give me a little bit of an untuck there. A random thing just turned on that doesn't need to turn on. And I pray that it's not like disturbing the audio to like a critical thing. Yeah, turn back off. It's a space heater, but it just turns. The knob to turn it off is broken. Okay. Therefore, I can't turn it off, and I'm upset about it every day. Kind of just making like a honey bun type shape. All right, now how do I want to? I want to continue this. Give it just another. I don't know. I don't even know what this is. Can maybe make it a little bit fatter. Yeah, like that. And then maybe move it away a little to get it just to break up the shape in some sort of shape like that. And kind of bring this forward. And then I also think I'm gonna have the same problem where, yeah, I can't really double back like that unless I can. What if I do a subdivide, BB, and then if I extrude that out? Yeah, there we go. That does something. Who knows what? And then that can give me a little bit of something happening. What? Who knows? But damn, is it happening? Yeah, because on the sketch it's kind of like, yeah, then this would be a little bit, maybe more down this way, and then maybe you could not be so, no, you were kind of vital. Maybe you shrink down, not that much. Yeah, I kind of like it. It is what it is. I think this is, like, distended. I don't know what the right word for it is, but I think maybe like a more... It's really all this is just playing with shapes, finding the thing I like the best. And I think it's a really weird shape when you think about the physics of it, but it is what it is. And then this is going to come up a little bit more. I think this can also get bigger too, is what it is, and that's why it's like throwing me off. Like this can, no, I guess I cannot, but this can come this way a little bit more. See, I want this to be a little bit bigger. Oh, not that bigger. And it kind of just warps the geometry at that point, which that's fine. Or not fine, but it is what it is. Well, not it is what it is, it's just I'm not going to do it. Okay, and then the tail of it, and I want these to be a little bit closer, the tail of it ends in like a really sharp point. So I think I can, yeah, if I can use this point to kind of define the rear of it, and then this, okay, give me one more before I scale it to absolute, like, 0. Oh, I can't even scale to 0. Oh, that's because I can't scale at all. Boom, like that. And now, is that kind of what I got going on in this weird ass drawing that I did? Kind of. I think this can maybe get a little bit smaller. I think it just, everything kind of looks weird in comparison now to the head, so I think I'm just gonna push and pull a bunch of points until I feel like the head is right. Really, I think it's just maybe like the, I don't want to say like inorganic shape of it, but like what if I make his nose, I think that's what that is, like just stupid levels of goofy. Yeah, and then like that. This is not, and that's a challenge that's always going to come with translating like 2D into 3D. I can do a lot of things in 2D that I cannot do in 3D, and I mean it's the same vice versa, or at least it'd be really challenging to try and do it the other way around, and maybe that's what I'm missing. I'm missing like a little bit more of a curve. Okay, I like that shape. Don't change. Like an arch more-ish deal. Is that anything? What have I made? This monstrosity. Go back to 3. I don't know. I think it's too small is what it is. So if I can like... Oh, hang on, I didn't grab this point. I think that's what it is compared to the sketch. Okay, that is not the way to do that. Yeah, but like in the original sketch I have here, it's sort of, yeah, okay. And then his nose goes, I want another point here to fuck, actually I don't need another point there, I can just move this one. Maybe like Control A there. This is where I start doing like Control A's again. Okay, that's a little big. And then I could also kind of like one direction it instead of it trying to like tuck its nose into the crook of itself. Its nose could just go off to one side. Just give me a bigger nose. How do I want this to look? I don't even know myself. But I don't hate it I don't hate the way it looks now. None of these are going to look beautiful, you know what I mean? In terms of scale, he needs to scale up too, but I can do that in object mode. Because I want the eyes to sit here, like the nostrils here. And then the only other details that he has is his arms, but that's going to be difficult to do with the skin modifier, so I don't really see a reason to right now. Okay. I think that's it, yeah. And then just detail this for the rest of it. Okay. So I'm now going to, because I'm a coward, Shift D, Z, 10. And that makes a clone of him and sends him 10 feet up into the air. In case I change my mind on anything I'm about to do, but I'm going to apply my modifiers. And what else? Let's do the scale now, just so it works. So I want him to be bigger than the snail. Kind of like that. I need to like put them right next to each other. Yeah, something like that. Is he in the ground? Yeah, he's in the ground there. Just a little bit bigger, kind of like Snuffleupagus, except I don't even know who that is, honestly. Why? Yeah, I want that. That's about it. This is an abomination. Oh, this whole island's gonna be full of them. These are squiggle creatures. It's just gonna be full of abominations. Okay, back. Oh my gosh. Good. You snap selection to cursor. Okay, well, we did that. Good for us. What do I want to do now? Is a great question. Really got to think about from what standpoint do I even want to approach it. So for the example, and since new people have joined, I'm going to show the sketch again. We're aiming for, boom, boil on the right, which I think we've already done an awful job, but that's neither here nor there. So as you can see, he has an eye and an arm. I guess we can do that arm next. I mean, oh, hang on, I gotta put this guy away. Oh, not that far away. I guess we can do the arms next, which I mean, I'm just going to do the exact same thing with the skin modifier. It's just the easiest and quickest way to add any geometry. I mean, it's the quickest way to sculpt any, or not sculpt, but to just model anything. Skin, subdivide surface, viewport level 2. And then, how do I even want to... Let's do 3 again, and then just move it out of here. So, I gotta like play biologist here. Where does it make sense for the arms to be at on this fucking creature? I would say here, right? And then it can like kind of do things, but not really. I don't really want to center it. Maybe if I like put it here, but then also make them like long and lanky, then I'll have really an abomination of nightmares. He unfortunately doesn't have any legs, but at the same time on the sketch he had a flatter, kind of more like a ghostly figure, but that didn't translate over to 3D well, so oh well. Let's go up to 7 to try and G along the X to kinda, yeah. Okay, and then, well, let me put it back in the body. And then G, yeah, and then I'll go and extrude it out of the body like this. Maybe bring it down a bit, and then just, I don't really have, ooh, I got a little notification. Am I banned from TikTok for saying too many curse words? No, it's a Reddit notification. And then I don't want its arms to be complicated even. God, this is a nightmare fuel. I'm just designing it. I think when I add the eyes, the cuteness factor, I can maybe kick it up. But for now, my God, let's beef up his arms a little. Let's beef up his arms there, and then maybe make it narrow here. Yeah, like that, I guess. Okay, I am gonna do bad things to people. This looks awful. I guess that's part of the... You know, not everything on this island could be a winner. Do I consider the snail a winner? Yes, I do think that is a victory snail. I'm gonna give him another thing here. Maybe make that like a ball. I feel like you're not very ball-shaped. Subdivide. Why aren't you ball-shaped? I feel like you should be. You, go up. You, go down. Yeah, there we go. Give him like little, I'm gonna cry. Give him little, onion arms, I guess. I'm gonna sleep in the, I'm not gonna be able to look at myself after this. This is an abomination to nature and her laws. Which I guess that's the point of this weird-ass Play-Doh island. There are no laws here of nature anyway. Okay, is this its own? I did do this as its own object. Well, okay, that's fine. How in the hell? And the worst part is I know that there's an answer, but I also know I'm not talented enough to do it. What if I mirror modifier it? But I'm gonna have to apply these definitely. I think I can mirror modifier it if I do mirror, and that did it on its own automatically. Boom, I am the Blender Master, Blender Guru who, go model Adona. Actually, it's off. Why is it off? You know what? It doesn't matter. Apply the modifier. Oops. Because actually, oh, hang on. I'm obscuring a large portion of the screen when I do that. Is it off? I don't think it is. I think that's actually right on. I think it was doing it because I think it was doing it at the cursor, and that's why it's not even off. God, this thing is so ugly. And it was so cute in the sketch too, or at least cute-ish. It had these big ol' eyes, which I guess that's what we'll start on next. I think. See, that's where I'm kind of stuck at, is I don't know how I want to do the eyes. I think I'm going to do them as their own individual objects, sort of like I did with Snail Boy back there, where, yeah, they're their own object. Just ripped his eyes off, my god. Because I could texture paint them on, like I did with Snail Boy's shell. Like that, these lines are their own object. But then if I did that, I would have a lot less control. Like here, I can like tilt this or whatever. This dude doesn't have any bones. If I ever need to like move his arms, I can't. But like when I was doing the scene, he didn't need bones. He just needed to move. So I parented everything to his shell. So when I move his shell, everything else moves. And then this dude is, I think this dude's gonna need bones, just because the way I did him. I think he's gonna need bones. I'll try to give him bones. How is Blender going to automatically give this dude bones is a question for the century. And where do I want his eyes? Is an even greater question. My goodness. So this is his nose, I think. This is a creature abomination. I think I want his eyes here. How am I going to do that? I don't know. I think I do. I'm going to... Let's add a cylinder. Bring it up, and then I don't want any part of this cylinder except for... What axis are you on? Okay, there we go. Except for this one singular part of it. And I have that feature on too, which I don't need on right now. I do not need you. So I'm going to else just select everything, shift click, and then just delete all of this, because I just want one circle. Okay, and then I'm going to, you're going to see this move like magically on y'all's screen, but just deal with it, because I kind of want precision here, so I don't want to, so, I mean, honestly, if I showed you on y'all's screen, y'all would get motion sickness. That's why it's magically moving. Yeah, then if I can like narrow it down maybe a little bit more. I feel like that's still a bit too big. I feel like that's about right, but maybe, yeah, skinnier. I think that's it-ish right there. The only thing I really gotta do is kind of, if I can like scale it more, or not scale it, but rotate it more so it forms with his face. I think they're gonna hang off of his fucking head, but that's fine. Can I shift Z? No, shift X. Yeah, maybe like that. Okay, I now see that that is also like not on his face at all, so no, not that at all. Can I also then rotate it like that? And like this. Kind of want to meet the contour of his face. Damn it. I want it to like go over to the left more, which I think I've done. Give me a little bit back more, and then just rotate it again. I'm just working out the position of where I want the eyes more than anything. Okay, I can come back on the screen. Okay, so this is what I got. Which the best way to test that is going to be to add the mirror modifier. Where did you go this time? All the way the fuck up there. For what purpose? Delete that. Snap. Is that's no, I gotta be in object mode. Object mode. Snap cursor to no. it's set origin to geometry. And now, mirror. Did that automatically? What the hell? It's like inside, it's mirroring off of itself. Okay, do this object. Boom. So that's, are you my mummy? That's what that looks like. If anybody knows Doctor Who, that's what that shit looks like. Oh, this was supposed to be cute. This was supposed to be adorable. And instead of, it's an abomination, man. I pray when I do all the other things, it'll look not so ugly. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it's just destined to be ugly. Because how do you make this cute? You know what I mean? It looks like a Pokemon, but like the one that no one wants. It looks like a what is it? A Pal World creature, the one that nobody wants. Let's like kind of like come in more. Vert. Is that me banned off TikTok? Okay, I don't think that's going to get any particularly better. Am I coming through it? I can't even tell. I think I am. I think it's going through its damn body, but that's fine. Keep the mirror modifier on. Give me a solidify modifier and just crank that baby up. Come this way with it though. Yeah, give me that to kind of do that with it, but then also give me subdivide surface. What? Why did you do this? What is this? Is it like a thing with it? Maybe it's because it's above. What if I move it around? Okay, that didn't do anything. What about that? Nope. This. That's the only way it does it. Well, why is it? Why is it's turning into a horror before my very eyes? Why did it give it wrinkle eyes, like little dough things? What about that made that happen? What's the geometry of these? Well, I guess there's no fucking geometry. It's a goddamn. Is that the problem? If I come in here and I like subdivide it myself, that made it like exponentially worse. I guess he's just gonna have doe eyes. That's not really an issue worth fixing. What if I shade smooth? That made it 1,000 times worse. Okay, fuck the geometry. Nah, changing the level. I mean, it kind of does. Let's do it to 3. And I mean, you're gonna see it kind of far away. I don't think it's really gonna matter. Let me also like rotate it again. I just kind of want to play with it. No, that didn't really do anything. But alright, he has eyes that are like off his fucking face. Can I? We can try to fix that too. Let's apply this one and oop, hang on, what happened? Oh no, they're still there. They just, why are they? Okay, I don't know what's happening anymore. Then apply this one. Okay, well, I have results on one eye but not the other. If I apply this mirror modifier, is that going to fix it, or is one eye going to be permanently scuffed? I feel like one eye is scuffed and one's not. Okay, well, let's reverse all that I just did, and let's go work backwards instead. So let's apply the mirror modifier first, then this one, then this one. Yeah, that doesn't mess anything up. Okay, sweet. And then what else did I want to do? I can't even remember now. I wanted to see if I can get it to fit to his head. I'll try shrink wrap, but I always struggle with shrink wrap. So shrink wrap. You'll see why in the moment I click this button. Yeah, so you can see it did it. Like there's definitely things there, but it's on the surface. I need it not to be that way. Oh, well, that didn't really change anything on the surface, and then maybe the offset. Yeah, this is so much better. Wow, I'm glad I did that. And I know why. I don't think it has enough geometry to wrap around the object to do what it needs to do. So, yeah, no shrink wrap. I'll just have eyes off of it. That's fine. Who cares? I mean, I guess people, obviously someone does, but not me. There's gonna be a lot of abominations by the time this island is done, so. I hope this is recording for my TikTok. I plan to reuse the content here, assuming I legally can. I hope I can. All right, let's do materials. Or do I want to do bones first? Well, chat, you get to vote bones or materials for. Let's do materials. Which this can all be also the same object. So just join. Yeah, I'm gonna do materials first, just because I want to. Damn it. Well, realistically, I think it's gonna be hard. If it's just gray like this, it's gonna be harder to see. What are your? I'll take snail skin for now. Give me your skin, snail. What's your skin? Your skin is PD001. Okay, which means you take PZ001. Oh my god, you look good, more and more awful by the second, dude. Okay, regardless, we're not keeping that. We gotta go over here, duplicate. I kind of wanted to go for like a yellowish, tannish color, if that makes sense. Like on the greener side. Maybe like that. That's not really yellow though. Brighter. And if it's Play-Doh-ish looking, it should be kind of bright. Subsurface. Give me blue. Yeah, there we go. Or green. Or teal. Yeah, middle ground. God, this thing is ugly. Kind of see what it does. Yeah, give me that right there. Alright, so that's gonna be the color of it. Hallelujah. Now, oh, except for these. Damn it. I did not want these to be. Oh my god. See, this would get you fired from anything instantaneously. If I understand anything about Blender, you would get fired for these eyes. I don't think you're supposed to have that, like, geometry dense. You think that's bad? I'm gonna expose myself here. Look at these flowers. Or like little plant growths. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom. Just pitch black from a meter away. I mean, I didn't think they were that bad. See, the skin modifier will do that sometimes. It'll give stuff high, especially if it's small like that. It'll give it a lot of geometry. But again, these aren't really. It's not like it's going into a game. You know what I mean? So, which I am. Yeah, I'm here for these eyes. Give me this. Give me that. Separate by selection, because I actually don't want these to be. To have this clay material. I guess I do, but not in this current fashion. And then this looks so awful that I need to like do something about it. First of all, shade smooth. Yeah, that kind of helps. But I think I don't know if this fingerprint. God, the fingerprint of this stuff is just so ugly. Can I like? I don't even know if I want to do fingerprints for this, but if everything around it, you know what I mean, is Play-Doh themed, you kind of want this guy to be Play-Doh themed too. Maybe the Play-Doh theme itself was a mistake. I should have done like Toon or something. Just gave everything an outline. Would have made my life a lot easier. Sitting here and dealing with these abominations of nature. But yeah, that's the point. Experimental series until I don't know. I don't know if there's a point to any of this. This creature is giving me depression. That's his damn power. Alright, well let's work on the eyes next. I'm also going to set the origin to geometry, which is, yeah, just going to put it in the middle there. If I scale y'all down, what happens? You become reasonable eyes instead of big ugly ones? Okay, great. Glad to know that. Let's try. Okay, I gotta copy this, duplicate this texture. Then I want to, and this is gonna be a nightmare, but L UV Smart Unwrap. Boom. And then now I should be able to go into texture paint and do a new texture with a base color of just white, if I can. Yeah, there we go. And now I should be able to, boom, draw right on them. Are you set to black? You're set to gray. Why is black blue? Why did the heater turn back on? Well, I guess we'll just have blue eyes. I mean, well, I don't want them to be blue. Okay, well, blue is blue. Is red blue? What happens if I do red on top of blue? Do I get purple? No, I just get on top of each other. Okay. Also, I can't... Yeah, okay, I can't draw on that. That's good to know. Can I gradient these eyes? Right. How do I use this? Right. Right. I actually don't... I don't know how to actually... Oh my god. I don't actually know how to use the gradient feature. I'm ashamed to admit. Okay, that's fine. Well, I want blue. I want not green. Is it because I have this other fingerprint thing on top of it? I guess so. Well, what do I get if I'm like gray? Green again. What's the opposite of green? Maybe that's like the life hack here. Teal. Green. Well, it's actually right here. So green is pink. So if I get like a dark pink, okay, well, that kind of just set everything down. Like a purple? Yeah, I'm actually not far off the ball. Yeah, that's kind of more black than the green I was getting. So let's try. Oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to eye this guy. I kind of want him looking up at the sky at us, like, you know, he knows where the problem with his creation. Yeah, look how sad he looks. He's sad he was created. Can I add maybe... I want to make him look sad too. You know, he's not happy at all to be here amongst us. Can I like... How would I... Yeah! Oh, can I mirror this? Oh, I don't care. I don't need to mirror it. That's fine. I can mirror the eye again and it'll be easier than mirroring the texture. And also, I didn't really come over here, but that's fine. They'll look like googly eyes. Oh, that saved it for me personally. Everything was ugly up until this exact moment in time where I could come here and I could just do it like this. Okay, that's fine. So as I just said, I'm actually hang on, wait. Gotta save. Save all images. Oh, look at him! Oh, he was so ugly until we gave him pleading eyes. Oh, I love this so much. Okay, object, and then yeah, just do this, and then this will be 100 times easier than trying to duplicate the texture on each side, just to remove his eye, and then maybe we'll just leave him like that. Leave him with one damn eye. But no, mirror modifier, mirror, use the body. Uh-oh, why didn't you do anything? Huh? Nani? Okay, I just did this. Oh, I know what it is. Set origin to geometry, then mirror modifier, and then use the body as a reference. No? You. What's your problem? Set origin to geometry. Aha! That did something. Okay. Delete the mirror modifier again. Mirror modifier. Body. Across the y-axis? Across the z-axis? What is happening? Okay, maybe not. Mirror modifier. I don't know. I don't know why it's doing this to me. This is how we made the eye on the other side. Look at the whole... Oh. That apparently worked-ish. I think that's centered, right? I used the fucking island. How does the island center it, but the body doesn't? Okay, whatever. And yeah, I think that... Oh my god, look at him. He's still a fucking freak of nature, but I love him. Oh, you're gonna fit in great to this island. If people are watching this, what is this? This is real-time viewer count. Oh, then that's total views. Okay. Oh, man, I was kind of upset. I thought there were like 17 people watching. There's only one. You want to name him? Name his ass. Name his ass. Alright, what do I do with him? I said I was going to do bones to him, so let's do bones. Alright, that's going to be pretty easy. Just shift A, armature, I'll single bone this thing through everything. And then let's do... How do I want to do this? Let's go over here to properties. Viewport display, I believe it is. No, it's not viewport display. Huh. Really? Is it here? I actually don't know where this button is. You. It has to be viewport display. Show through the viewport. Where's that? Custom properties? Nope. Seriously? Viewport display here in front. Boom. Okay. And I'm fine with these level of bones too. So let's do hide this away. Hide away. Oh. Okay. And then G. And then just edit mode. Bring this guy over to here. Then just kind of up. Let's. I don't think I wanted to have that many points where I can realistically bend from, so let's do just a big one right here. Big old one across the schnoz like that. And then E, I'll bring it down here, and then just another one up for there. God help us all. Okay, and then one there for my shoulders eventually. And then everything else is fair game, Blender. You, like this. And then go up to the top, and then is this my shoulder one? Yeah, it is, up to the top. And I also kind of want it to mirror this. Can I just make that? Nope, of course not. Thought that would be easy. Can I do a modifier? No, I cannot do modifiers. I never understand how to mirror things like that, but I guess I'll never know. That's fine, I'll do it myself. And then yeah, just one big bone down here, one here, and then one here. Is that, so no, it's not. Jesus Christ, how the hell? Go here. Go here. Go here. It's very fitting that this abomination has abominations of bones, but that's fine. Really, I don't even expect to move him. I kind of just want him to have bones more than anything in case I ever have to move him. Again, Mr. Snailboy back there didn't really get bones, so this is a luxury unique to this creature, we'll call him. Until I can get some names. I typically get more comments than I do, so I was kind of expecting Snail Guy to have a name by now, other than, you know, just Snail Guy. But it is what it is. Go back here. And then just meet this. Exactly, because these are all mirrored, at least the meshes, so I should be good to be mirrored with like the meshes. Yes, cute little guy. Okay, Blender, save Blender, save. Yep, save. Okay, and I just did that because now I'm going to do. I think this is how I do it with parent with automatic weights. Parent with automatic weights. I feel like that did not take long enough, so I don't think this has actually done anything. Oh my god, it has. Damn it, I meant to make that an object before I did this. But okay, well let's do that then. Or can I... Let's just control until something happens. Boom. Okay, you're not parented anymore, correct? Yes, okay. Okay, so then now I want to, you guys, do you have the mirror modifier still on? You do not. You, join now. Yes, you guys are the same up. No, you're not. Join, oh, I didn't do Control J. Okay, so now that's the same object, so let's mesh, skeleton. Then parents, automatic weights, baby. And then that should give me, very interesting. So this is the same object, right? The eyes as the body, but the bones didn't treat it that way at all. That was a mistake. Okay, well if it's gonna be like that anyway, I think there's better ways to do it. So, yeah, we'll keep it its own separate. Well, what if we do like this, parent to object. So now, yeah, now it's its own object. So now if we do boom, boom, then skeleton, then parent with automatic weights, then pose mode, and then pose. Nope, still nothing. Okay, let's try this way. Parent with automatic weights. Now, that works. Okay, that's fine. That's kind of a fucking cheap fix, but it is what it is. Pose mode. Alright, let's just see if everything works. So, this is so fucked up. Oh, this is an abomination of nature. I'm fucking gagging. Oh my god, fuck this thing. Alright, what about, I assume the arms are working fine if this works fine. Yeah, it could be a little bit better around the shoulder, but who cares? Can I make him sound like a gorilla or something? This is as much as I do. I don't really do like IK rigs or anything. I'm also noticing, yeah, look at the texture. It moves with him. I didn't even know it did that, and I don't really care that it does because I don't make animations. That's neat. What about the body? How does that move? Okay. Honestly, not bad for literally just throwing random bones in there and kind of hoping. What is it then? Alt R? Yeah, there we go. Not bad. I mean, yeah, I think that's going to be it. So then I'm confident enough in the product now that this can get deleted. And this stream's probably going to even end soon, which is great. About an hour of my time, nothing less, nothing more. Do I have any mode? No, I don't. So, again, so typically the way I gotta think about the TikTok side of this now, at least the videos, it'll be like me showing the sketch, then me doing this live stream, and then I'll do the reveal. So that's two things we have to set up, is the camera, which I can do on the other side, and then this guy. Is there any bone that governs you? No, not really. Okay. Which I can kind of use actually I can use the exact same camera that I had. So I'm gonna put this down there, and then go to timeline. Yes. Okay. And then 0. And then I guess we're just going to stick with Eevee, just because I really don't have the time to render a bunch of stuff in cycles. And let's do, yeah, rotate across the Z. Oh my god, look at him in all of his beauty. Shift Z. Look at his fucking face. Oh, that's going to be perfect. Hang on, what is it? It's, yeah, function F12. And then that should give me a, oh my god, he's beautiful. Why is the background blocked out by a square, though? Yeah, why is that happening? Let's see, I'm gonna have to do some investigate. I did not just move that. That was stupid of me, but that's fine. Some investigative journalism here. Why can I not see? I just, to kind of explain what I'm doing, I just did a quick render of the image itself. I think I have to click on the camera itself. Yeah, camera. Okay, boom. And it had a bad distance to it. Meaning, like, how far you could see. I think it started cutting things off sooner than I wanted it to. Do I know how to fix that? The answer is maybe. I feel like I should, because I did it last time. So these are resolutions, frame rates, start frame, end frame, which honest to God, go down to 200. Last time we kind of played for too long, which I'm just gonna have to move and I can do that over here, move that there. Where was it? What are you? Layer properties? You think it'd be like in a camera. I feel like it would be here, but I guess not. Oh, it's down here. Yeah, this should be 200 meters. Yeah, if I could change it to 500. What about now? Function of 12. This is just something blocking it, but there shouldn't be. There is. What's blocking? There's like a solid object. Yeah, it's like a solid cube blocking. Okay, Alt H. There's nothing blocking it. Alt H. Cube. Ah. Oh, I knew it. It's the cube. Okay, so all I gotta do is hide that from render and from view. I clicked Alt H. What is it? Control H to unhide all? Anyway. Okay, so now that I can do that, can y'all see this screen? I don't know if y'all really can. No, I don't think y'all can. Matter of fact, y'all can't see anything. Hang on, let me fix that. Oopsie. Just got caught in the workflow. I wasn't supposed to move this left side, but I did move the left side. Damn it, get your cute little face out of my face. How do I go back to Blender? God damn it. And then just move until y'all can see everything again. How about now? A little bit more. Yeah, I really was not supposed to touch this left side for this exact reason that this, okay, boom, that works for me. I want to show you this to you guys. Okay, let's do, I think I can just turn on my display. Well, I can, I mean, you guys are going to see it. Yeah, that's going to be it. Yeah, if you guys want to see it, you're going to have to look at the, well, if I upload this to YouTube, look at the TikTok, or the thumbnail, I guess. All right, so then we have this, and then this is already set to zoom out because of the last one, and then it'll also show off Mr. Snail's new farm and everything like that, and then I'll leave that to text-to-speech to explain. So I guess really the only thing left to do is to make sure you're not like floating, are you? Not really. Yeah, I can even see you clipping through under the island. So I can give you guys a rendered preview now thinking about it. I mean, you can still see the lines. I mean, I can hide a skeleton for you. Yeah, then that's pretty much it. Adorable. Fucking adorbs. Yeah, that really saved him. The eyes saved him a lot more. Really, when I did the arms and everything, I thought he was gone, and really, he's still ugly as it all can be. Kind of looks like a peep. Kind of like a peep shaped, now that I think about it, but also his arms didn't really weren't really accurate to the sketch, but other than that, it's fine. Control H. Alt H. Nothing unhides the skeleton. Alright, good to know. And I am going to have to, I'm going to actually drink milk before I do this. Also, did I lose? No, it's down here. Okay. Okay. I am going to go ahead and end the stream here. No, I don't. Yeah, not a lot of people. 23 people tuned in. It is what it is. But yeah, in case anybody wanted to see the process of how I make these, there it is. Took, luckily, not even an hour. Sitting about the 55-minute mark right now. But there was also a lot going for me. Like, the snail guy took 2 days. Except not really, because it was the snail, and then I take a break between, Blender every once in a while, so like getting back in and getting used to everything took a second, but then also the entire island got made, so the island and the snail guy, and again, I like to keep this going as a progressive story, so the last TikTok ended with just the snail guy, this one ends with the snail guy starting a farm, and Peep Man just showing up. So naturally, next time we see this world, there will be a third character added, and maybe a snail guy's probably not going to be doing anything, but his farm would have grown, and I'm sure Peep Dude's going to be doing some things of his own. Kind of just give people a reason. If they have like a favorite character, they can come, tune in. I don't want to see daily series because that's a high level of commitment that I have issues with, but 'tis what it is. But thank you all so much for coming and so much for watching. I'm going to render this now, and then I will take it to my editing software, but y'all don't want to see that step. But thank you all so much for coming, and I will see you all in the next one. Mwah.